What is up, everybody? I'm JP Storm, aka KOB, aka your king of the Blitz, and I am in the Minnesota Vikings defensive playbook. And let me tell you something. I thought the New England Patriots playbook is fire, which it is, because it's very similar to this. But in this, the Vikings playbook, you have the 3-3-5. You also have the 4-3 even 6-1. You have the 3-4 odd, just like the Patriots playbook. You have a couple of more 3-4. You have even, odd, under. You only have the 4-3 even 6-1, which is insanely good. Again, this year, Patriots playbook has also the 4-3 tight Leo, which is good too. But in this playbook, you have the 3-3-5 over flex, which is a phenomenal defense. My next ebook is going to be on the Minnesota Vikings defensive playbook. You have the nickel 2-4. What you have here is the 3-3 cub, which is, if you guys don't know, one of the best blitzing formations. But you also still have the 3-3 load mug. You have the single mug. You have the double mug. And what you don't have in the New England Patriots playbook, look, we have the dime 1-4 double mug, which also has a mid blitz. So you have mid blitz, nickel mid blitz types of plays from this dime formation, which is phenomenal. So there's a lot of similarities between this playbook and our Patriots playbook, and we have a Patriots defensive ebook, which right now is the best blitzing defensive ebook out there. You can get that at kingoftheblitz.net until I come out with this Minnesota Vikings defensive ebook, which I'm going to do next. And I am going to come out and give you guys fire today. It's going to be from the nickel 3-3 cub, which I don't have in the Patriots defensive ebook. What you could do is take out the middle linebacker and put a faster safety in. Now, you don't have to do that. I mean, I have Overshown in, who's pretty fast, but I'm just going to do this for the sake of the video because this blitz is crazy fire. Now, this works against a blocked halfback, and we are coming from man coverage. It's the Mike Blitz 0. I'm going to show this to you against nobody extra blocking, and there's a couple ways to run this. What I want you to do is slant the D-line outside, which is left on the D-pad, up on the right stick, and keep it contained, which is R1, L1. Now, if you hit R2 or right trigger and up on the right stick, you show the play art and pick who is ever manned up on the halfback and move him. Move him here. You don't want the running back to just run wide open because the opposite safety was way over here. Now, I'm not even going to get into shell coverages or even the Texas 4-man in this play because you don't need the 4-man D-line stunts, but we will go over all that intricate details in the ebook. And this Minnesota Vikings ebook will be out by next week. And all you got to do, like I said, is slant the D-line outside, QB contain, and the blitz is going to come in. But we make this way better. I'm just showing you that if you slant the D-line outside and QB contain, the blitz is coming in if they don't block anybody extra. Super easy. Now, of course, man coverage is very easily beaten. Now, wait. Before I go into anything, just slant the D-line outside, and the blitz is coming in. So very easy setup. You don't even have to QB contain. But getting back to the defense and man coverage, what I want you to do is also, if you hit Y or triangle, do your coverage adjustments. So you either go inside, outside, underneath, or over the top, but you're trying to combat what your opponent is doing against you. So if he's going out routes, then obviously you hit Y or triangle and then right on the right stick. But you also have, when you hit R1 or right bumper on Xbox, you could route commit. And I'm telling you, this is huge. If you run this and then you see what your opponent likes to do when you're in man coverage, now you could route commit to the outside, which is R1 or right bumper and then left stick right or left for inside or outside. And this will help cover those out routes, in routes, whatever your opponent is trying to do against you. Now, you see the blitz. We're going to make this better. So you're here. You're going to use her. You could use her the safety that's on the halfback, and if the halfback goes out in a route, you're going to follow him just so he doesn't run wide open. But also, why I want you to bring him closer to him is if he stays into block, and you see that, you come straight down. Let him block you or let somebody else block you, which will free up somebody else. When you're here and you're using this guy, just make sure your first steps every time they call hike is down. And then if he stays into block the halfback, you keep coming. And you'll be able to read that very fast. And this way, you're here at linebacker depth, your first step's down, but when you see him go out and a route, then you could just follow him and you won't get burnt too quick. So that's a way to do this. Now, another way to run this. Slant the D line outside, QB contain, move him over here. Now, what you're going to do, and why you put a safety in, because he's a little bit faster than the linebacker, you're going to turbo blitz, run through this left A gap, turbo blitz, and get at the quarterback. And this is blazing fast, and hopefully what you could do is hit stick him, cause a fumble, hopefully. But this is another good way of running this blitz. Now, if you run this blitz, and they block a halfback, he's gonna block you. But how to combat against that is bring him here, blitz the safety, and you're going to get in with either the safety or your guy, whoever the halfback don't block. Now what you could do if they don't block a halfback and you blitz these two guys, right? Usually you could see that and it'll be wide open. So what you could do, another setup, is slant the D-line outside, QB contain, bring the safety here, blitz him. You're going to use this guy, blitz him. Now put the right of screen D end that looks like a linebacker, put him on a hard flat. That's on the same side of the halfback. So that's left on a D-pad twice, circle, left on a left stick. Now you're going to get a blitz in either way, and the halfback will be, I guess, appear like he's being blocked. Or you could also man up the halfback with that right of screen defensive end. Just like that. Now, if they block halfback, if you're doing that way, you could even stay in control of hooker, and you could be the one running in the A gap. And do left on the D-pad twice, circle, up on the right stick for man coverage in R1. But if they block a halfback, you're still getting in. So this is still getting in versus a blocked halfback. So there's a couple easy ways to run this blitz, starting with, let's just recap, slant the D-line outside, QB contain. If you want, the blitz is going to get in, and you follow the halfback. The next way to run this, slant the D-line outside, bring him over here. You use the safety, if you put a safety in, or middle linebacker, and you turbo blitz with him up this A gap. And then the last way we did it, slant the D-line outside. You could do something like this. And everybody's covered. Don't forget to use your coverage adjustments and your route commit. And this is a very, very easy blitz with good coverage. When you guess right with the coverage adjustments and the route committing, this is just one easy blitz to do in your arsenal when we come out with this Minnesota Vikings defensive ebook. The intricate details, tips, and tricks, and the D-line stunts that we're going to have that you could see in our Patriots defensive ebook right now, because that's around 20-something plays, and that's only growing. So go check that out at kingoftheblitz.net. Wait for this Minnesota Vikings defensive ebook to come out next week, because this, with these formations, is going to be one of the best blitzing defensive ebooks, along with our Patriots defensive ebook that's already out. Get it at kingoftheblitz.net. Thank you guys for watching. I'm JP Storm, aka KOB, aka your king of the Blitz.